Hi everybody, Leisa Woolsey, life coach, coming to you from Airdrie, Alberta, Canada. I sound a little nasally. I've been trying to get over a head cold, so I wore a super bright color so I could feel a little bit zippy. So welcome to the Tuesday coaching video. I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet today just because I am feeling a little bit under the weather. But today I wanted to talk about how we language ourselves, or how the language we choose to interact with ourselves, with others, with our children, etc. It's a really, really important topic to me. I feel very, very strongly about it, and that's why I wanted to plant the seed today, because I know that I used to be really, really guilty of this, and when I became pregnant, I all of a sudden had this awareness that I didn't ever want my child to hear me speaking about myself in the ways that I used to speak about myself. I didn't want my child to ever hear me interacting with others that way, and I certainly never wanted me to talk to my child that way. So what I'm talking about when I talk about how we language ourselves, for an example, words in our home were considered swear words, were hate, sucks, idiot, weird, ugly, stupid, anything like that. Any words like that, dumb, retard, retarded, anything like that. Those were all considered swear words in our home. And that applied always. I believe that words are very powerful. I believe they have very powerful energy. And I believe that if we can be mindful of how we talk to ourselves, talk to others, talk to our children, it can transform our lives. No good comes from such a bottom of the barrel, derogatory, nasty way of communicating. I see it so often, even the way people interact with one another, all the name calling and it's really alarming to me, and it breaks my heart, because I think that there are such beautiful ways to communicate with people, lift people's spirits, compliment people. And I know that we're not perfect, and I know that we all have down days or bad days or days where we're not feeling 100% or terrific about ourselves, but I just don't believe in talking to ourselves that way. No good comes from that. I don't believe that name calling or talking to others that way is ever okay, and I certainly don't believe in talking to our children that way, telling them they're dumb, they're stupid, they're idiots, they're fat, any of those terrible things. And yet so often we'll talk about ourselves like that, or we'll connect with other people in those ways. And if we could have more mindfulness around this, it truly would change the dynamic of our world right now. And so if we can just start this week planting the seed with ourselves and really having some awareness around what are some of the things, what is my dialogue with myself? What is my dialogue with others? Do me and my spouse call each other names? Do I call my children names? How do I speak to my children? What kinds of language, what kind of words do we choose to describe our thoughts and feelings? I really think that you will notice what a profound effect it has if you start to consciously choose different words, a higher vibration, higher quality language, higher quality words to communicate to. If you're feeling bad on a particular day, saying things like, oh, I never thought of that, versus, oh my God, I'm so stupid. That is completely different, because number one, you're not stupid. You're not dumb. You're none of those things. It may have been said to you by someone else a long time ago and you've just bought into it, but it's not true. And so continually having that running dialogue with yourself, with everyone in your world, no good comes from that. So that's the seed I wanted to plant this week. I can attest to the fact that it changed my life. It changed how I felt about myself. It really shifted. It moved mountains for me because it allowed me to connect to hold a space for myself that was higher and that was more quality. And knowing that my child was never exposed to that in our home was a really, really lovely thing as well. That's something I took great pride in. And when other children would come to our home and if they would use that language, I would gently and lovingly say, we don't permit that kind of language in our home or around us. So, please respect that. And children were always totally happy to choose different words. So again, I think it just becomes an unconscious habit and not something we put a lot of thought into, but my offering for this week is please just pay attention and see if you can find ways to communicate where you use better words, higher quality words that communicate the same things, that illustrate the same things, that demonstrate the same things, but they're just not so mean and hurtful and derogatory and negative and nasty and depleting. Because I feel like when you're talking like that all the time, you're coming from a very, very depleted space in your life, and you're never going to get to the best version of you or have the best life when that's how you're talking. It's not going to happen. They can't coexist together. So that's what I believe. I've planted the seed. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are, what you're thinking. You can use the comments below to let me know. You can send me a private message, or you can contact me through www.leisawoolsey.com. I hope by next week I'm on the mend and feeling 100%. And I hope everyone's having a great day. Have a great week. Think about how you're talking and languaging yourself and see what bubbles up for you. And take care of you. There was something else I wanted to say? No, I don't think so. Oh, the small groups. I'm still working on the small groups, looking for people who are interested in the area, who would like to come together and share and grow and have some fun and learn some things and expand ourselves in a group setting. I think it's going to be really great and exciting. So please let me know if you're interested. And yeah, have a great week. Take care of you, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.